If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn education. I'm Quindell Evans, and right now you're tuned in to the Blue Poetry Podcast. On this podcast, we speak about the habits that it takes to overcome and break through a stressful life and the habits that it takes to create a successful life. Because that's what we aim to do. We aim to overcome and break through all stress, challenges, and obstacles. And if we can't break through them, utilize them in order to push us on our journey to success. With that being said, I'm on step number 5. Step number 5 of the 9 essential steps to the millennial mindset of success. All right? And step number 5 is to build relationships. It's very, 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 very important to build relationships. Not just friendships, not just business partners, not just employees, not just mentors and coaches, not just colleagues and, investors, and not just shareholders, and not just any one of those things, but all of those things, It's important to build relationships, to build friendships, to build partnerships, to build trust, with the people in your life. Good ones, you feel me? Good relationships, not positive or negative relationships, but good ones. Because everything ain't gonna always be positive, you feel me? You might have a really argumentative relationship with your bookkeeper, or argumentative relationship with your software developer because of, creative differences or whatever. You feel me? But the goal, the work that needs to be done will be done when you value the relationship for what the relationship is, So whatever the goal is, whatever the project you are working on, you need to build relationships because there are going to be different people that's going to be needed for you to get this project done. Step number 4 of the 9 essential steps to the millennial mindset of success is to hire your weaknesses. You feel me? So step number 5 is very similar. You hire your weaknesses. If it's something you need help with, step number 4 talks about looking for that help. Step number 5 is build relationships, not just for help, but also for experience, for learning, for newness, for freshness, for ideas, for creativity. You build relationships for longevity. You build relationships so that you can always have a resource. You build relationships so you can always have a source. You build relationships so you can always have supporters. You build relationships so you can always look out for someone else. You build relationships so you can always have a brand, a family, so you can always have a network. You feel me? So you build relationships. There's people who I've worked with literally 5 years ago in 2014, and because I built a good relationship with them, that I can always look to them for some type of reference, support, opportunity, friendship, someone to talk to or whatever. The relationships we build has a lasting effect in our lives, So it's important who we allow to be our friend, who we allow to be in our lives. So that would be step number 5. Be really cognizant of who you are inviting into your life and question, are they going to support your ideas, your creativity, your business? Are they going to push or pull you? Build relationships. Step number 5 to the millennial mindset of success. And remember, it's not always positive or negative. It's sometimes both. It's always both, actually. And we have to accept that, Everybody in our lives are not going to push us. Some people are here to pull us, to test our strength. Some people are here to put us in predicaments that's going to force us to be great. That's going to force us to access and tap into parts of ourselves that we wouldn't have tapped into without the pressure. There are people that are in our lives that are purposefully here to make us uncomfortable, purposefully here to test our integrity, to test our desire, to see how much we want what we think we want. There are people in our lives that are here to do that. So it's very important to build these relationships, to build relationships. Step number 5 of the millennial mindset of success is to build relationships. If you want to get into real estate, build relationships with people who are into real estate. You want to get into designing, build relationships with people who are into designing. You want to get into fashion, build relationships with people in the fashion industry. You want to get into music, build relationships with people in the music industry. You want to get into coding, graphic design, build relationships with people that are skilled at these things, with people that know people that are skilled at these things, with people that are working in the industry in some way, somehow, whether it is a assistant, whether it is I don't know, whatever, like, if you know, whatever. I think you get the drift. Build relationship. It's it's one of the most important steps. You feel me? It's one of the 9 essential steps to the millennial mindset of success. You know, as millennials who are on this path to success, we value relationships very highly. We are very, very cognizant of what role the people in our lives are playing. You feel me? You don't just do friends for friends, you know. Sometimes, I mean, yes, we do. We also do friends for friends, but we also have friends that have other purposes and intentions as well. You feel me? But yes, build relationships. The 5th step to the millennial mindset of success. You feel me? Then let me know what you're feeling. Let me know if you're feeling the 5 steps so far. You feel me? Go back and watch the rest if you need a refreshment. If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. Let's go.